morning, friends. I thought I was gonna vlog last night because I went to Costco, but that didn't happen. I'm still not really back in the groove of vlogging daily. It's hard for me. But it's 11 a.m. My friend and midwife just left. We had a little visit and slash prenatal appointment. Got to hear baby, which is really exciting. It means my placenta is probably posterior that we could hear baby right now. So that was really exciting. It's always a reassurance just to hear them and know that they're okay in there and everything. So that was good. Good, nice, strong heartbeat. Happy little being in there. It's snowing today. It's so beautiful. I'll show you. Can you see it snow? Look at that. Snowing. I've been just so bad at filming every day. Like, I'm just not used to it after taking a big break like that, and it's challenging to get back to it. I think I'll probably just like keep being consistent as I can through December, and then maybe just continue it on so I don't fall off the wagon again. Last night you guys saw me like sorting bagels and then I didn't film. I had planned to sit down and talk to you guys, but the kids all stayed up really late because the big kids just would not go to bed, and then they woke up the baby, and then the baby is awake for a while. And by the time we got everybody settled and back to sleep, Cody and I were exhausted. Cody came home and we just went to bed. Like, I fell asleep putting the baby to sleep, and that was it for me. I'm just sat down now. It's almost 1 o'clock with my coffee though. Finally having a coffee. Made myself a nice eggnog latte. That's how I know I'm okay now. Like, I feel like I'm totally fine now. Morning sickness wise, I'm on my second last day of completely weaning. It's more precautionary because I don't want my body to be like, but the fact that I can have like an eggnog coffee and enjoy it and it's delicious, I'm like, we are back. Hello. I had a midwife appointment yesterday. That's why I wanted to say, oh, the bagels. Anybody was like, why were you just chopping bagels? I freeze them that way. And then once they're frozen, that way the kids can just take them out and they don't have to defrost them. They can just throw them right in the toaster. Because do your kids do this where they're like, I want this for breakfast, and it's never a guarantee that they will actually want to eat that. So if it's something perishable like bagels, I try and like chop them and freeze them, because they might decide for like 5 days they don't want bagels and then suddenly they want them. So I don't want them to go bad. So that's what I do. Anyway, my friend and midwife popped over yesterday. I think I mentioned that, and we got to hear the baby. And that was so exciting. I think it must mean that I have a posterior placenta this time instead of anterior. Both my boys are anterior placentas. This also makes me curious what this baby is. But we couldn't hear Zeg this early. Like, it took I don't think we actually heard him on the Doppler until like 16 weeks because the placenta was just in the way. And we just couldn't, like, it was just hard to find him. So being able to hear baby at like 11 weeks, that was really exciting. It's also just like reassuring. I did do one ultrasound when I was 8, almost 9 weeks. And so it's just been a little while, and it's nice to just hear and know that everything's okay, because I'm at that weird stage where it's like, am I pregnant? Really? Was that all a weird fever dream? Are you actually in there? And I actually think I've been feeling baby movement, which is awesome. This is around the same time that I felt movement with kids 2, 3, and now 4. It's around 11 weeks. It's usually when I can feel them. With the Zeg, because my anterior placenta, I could only feel him, like, it was mostly when I was in the bathtub at night, and I was super still, and I could just feel these little bloop, bloop, bloops. And once you've had lots of babies, you can tell the difference between like gas or a muscle spasm in a baby. And I swear last night I felt the baby a lot, and I was like, I shouldn't be feeling the baby this much right now. Like, what are they doing in there? It was weird, but I'm definitely starting to feel like little flutters. And now, like, seeing where the heartbeat was, like where we found it, I know that that is the baby for sure. So that's also reassuring. It's just like that time where, like, I'm not gonna be feeling the baby every day right now, but as we work up to, like, you know, 15, 16 weeks, I'll start feeling the baby regularly. And that's Grayson singing. I thought it was the baby awake. Mackenzie's got her door open, and she's just sitting at her desk because I put him to bed in my bed, so she's just watching him for me. Yeah, but like, it's just like kind of nice when you have like something to hold on to while you're waiting until you can feel the baby regularly. So and of course, if anybody is pregnant, especially if it's your first, maybe second baby, and you're not feeling your baby this early, that is super normal. Again, it's different for every person's body. Some people can feel their baby at the end of the first trimester, and some people can't. It's like very light, fluttery, like bubbly feeling. And you can, like, if it was your first pregnancy, you'd be like, was that the baby? And then once you feel it again when you're pregnant again, you're like, oh, okay, that is what I'm feeling. So it's definitely very easy to miss. So nobody worry out there if you're not feeling your baby yet. It's very common and normal and totally fine to not feel your baby yet. Oh, I love coffee. I miss coffee so much. Hot damn, did I miss coffee. My hair's a mess because I was just laying down to put the baby to bed. But I'm sat here with my planner. I'm trying to get more on top of like filming and editing and stuff. It's hard because like I'm going from survival mode to functioning mode. And so I feel like this weekend I'm just trying to catch up on my house. Like, I cleaned my pantry yesterday, and I need to clean all of my bathrooms. Like, all my bathrooms need a really good deep clean. Our basement needs to be cleaned. I just like all these things that I've just not been able to do, and Cody hasn't been able to do because Cody is a champion, but he works like 6 days a week more often than not. And usually he's never home when he's supposed to be home. He's always working late. So he works really hard, and so he's not actually home a lot. So when he is home, he takes over and he's like, I'll do the dishes, let me handle the kids, let me clean up after this and whatever. Because if you're a parent, you know that kids make the same messes every day, and you have to continuously clean those up before you can get to like unearth the stuff you actually need to do. So he's been catching up and helping me as much as he can, but it's really been tough with me like out of commission, and just he's not home. He's just not home to help like deep clean bathrooms and catch up on laundry. Like, so when he gets a day off, he also needs to rest sometimes too, or he's fixing something that broke or whatever. So anyway, I've just sat down and I'm like, and then so as I'm feeling better, I feel like my focus has solely just been on my kids. So it's very easy for me to forget about filming because I'm just playing with my kids and making sure I connect, because I feel like I've missed so much connections, and I just haven't been very present over the last solid month. So I'm just, by the time I feel like, oh, I finally have some space to do something, the day's done. So that's been a little bit of my balancing act, and I mean, that's where my priorities should be, so I'm not going to apologize for that. Like, my kids should be getting all of me, and they are, so it's nice to be back to that. But slowly but surely I'm able to add on more and more of my normal workload. So nothing is quite so humbling like realizing how much you actually do until you can't do any of it, and then you have to start doing all of it again. Anyway, I'm sat down here with my planner trying to plan out the next week, because next week starts to edge into when we get really busy with Christmassy things. We've got Christmas parties coming up, and so much baking. I have so much baking to do. I've got a cookie exchange coming up. I've got to bake for a potluck for Cody's work. I have to, and then I'm just like, I'm gonna start baking now and freezing things. So I want to try and sit down and make a list and figure out like what day do I have to bake what. Am I just gonna dedicate like 2 days to like just baking like a mad woman? Don't know yet, so I'm just set to plan that. Let me know what you're baking for Christmas or what you always bake. I shared a list of what I'm baking for Christmas on my Instagram stories. Definitely influenced by pregnancy for sure. I didn't put like the classic thing, like I always make our chocolate chip cookies for Santa. That's just a given though. So I didn't put that on the list, but I think to help me out with those, I don't like to freeze the cookies once they're baked. I think it dries them out a little bit. So I think I'll make the dough balls and just make a ton of chocolate chip cookie dough balls, and then I can just bake them as I need them. Because my plan is to not serve desserts or anything for Christmas. I'm just gonna bring out like treat platters, and like that will be desserts. So that is a dessert, but I mean like I'm not gonna like bake pie or whatever. I'm just gonna like bring out trays of assortments of desserts from the freezer, let them thaw, and serve those and have those on the counter for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, because I'm pretty sure we're hosting both. So it's about to get busy because Zag's birthday is the 21st, and then we have Christmas Eve that we celebrate with our family, and then it's obviously Christmas Day. I haven't done my Christmas shopping yet, so nothing is bought, and of course then nothing is wrapped. So we're gearing up for a very, very busy 2 weeks. Is anybody else like this? I'm actually not stressed about it though. Like I'm so excited. I'm gonna have so much fun with it. It's gonna be busy, but it's gonna be fun. Like I don't care. What's the point in stressing about it, right? Last year we had to be prepared because obviously we were just weeks away from having a baby. So we were done shopping and we were wrapped completely by the end of November, I think. And everything was done, and that was so nice and peaceful. But this year's not like that. But anyway, let me know, like, are you done your shopping? Have you wrapped yet? Let me know down below. And what are you baking? If you bake, what are you making? What's your like classic go-tos? I think I'm gonna make a different take on those like confetti marshmallow squares. You know the ones people do with like the rainbow marshmallows? They're like these weird peanut butter squares, and you either love them or hate them. I'm gonna do like chocolate butterscotch ones and make those. Just making all the things. Yeah, it'll be fun. Anyway, I just wanted to sit down and catch up with you for a minute. I don't know what my day will look like today. I want to make window stars for Christmas still. We should do like that tomorrow. We're gonna make paper bag stars again because we just didn't store them properly and they got destroyed. So it's still snowing, so we're gonna have to go outside and shovel. We'll see what we get up to. And I also would love to sit down and film an update for Zag, because the boy is walking and he's practicing more and more, and he's getting so big. So I need to sit down and film an update before he turns 1. Yeah, okay. Hey you guys, I'm editing and popping in here because I never filmed anymore. What is wrong with me? Okay, but last night, it was another little bit of a tricky night, and so I decided, do you know what? I'm gonna film, like I've got Zag's 11-month, took me a minute, 11-month update to film, and then we're doing other stuff. So I think I'm just gonna try and film and maybe start doing daily, because right now I've done every 3 days and that's not working for Vlogmas. So I'm just gonna like try and commit really hard and film whatever I can film, and they might not be my best quality vlogs, but they will be Christmassy, and we will do Christmas things because we're getting so busy. My biggest task will just to be finding the time to edit, but I think if I rely on my older children to help me with running around baby for like half an hour chunks so I can get editing done, I'll be okay. So let's try and do daily from here on out. We'll see. If I can't do it, I am so sorry, but I just feel like there's no other way I'm gonna be able to get my wrap with me's out to you, and my, I see that, and my like what I got my kids for Christmas, because those are gonna have to come out so close to Christmas that I'm gonna have to like edit and put them out right away. Hey, so I'm sorry for the delay. am a crazy person now. Like, my life is just very full. I'm getting off of the point of just being horribly ill for a month, trying to come back into my normal life with a baby and 2 other older children while also being pregnant. So I'm doing my best this year, you guys. So thank you for being patient with me. Are you okay? Oh, just a little grumpy about bonking your head. Anyway, we will see you tomorrow. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.